over on her social media and said the following. Today is World AIDS Day. For 4 decades, this day has been internationally recognized around the world by people from all walks of life because millions of people's lives have been touched by the HIV crisis. People have lost lovers and husbands and wives and girlfriends and boyfriends and mothers and daughters and children. It's a lot of people, but of course, these are all the ones that we've lost to this deadly disease to which there is still no cure. And I honestly do believe there is a cure. I just feel like a lot of our government is not trying to pass regulations to find this cure and make this cure happen because they don't want. Because if you find a cure for HIV, how does the pharmaceutical companies continue to make money off of y'all taking the medications? So I truly believe that there is a cure. It's just, me and my conspiracy theories. So she went on to say Donald Trump has announced that World AIDS Day should no longer be acknowledged. It's one thing to order federal agents to refrain from commemorating this day, but to ask the general public to pretend it never happened is ridiculous. It's absurd. It's unthinkable. I bet he's never watched his best friend die of AIDS, held their hand, and watched the blood drain from their face as they took their last breath at the age of 23. And you already know Madonna's lost a lot of people that she's known from HIV and stuff. Her dance teacher Christopher what's his name, Christopher, I believe. He died. I think he was a gay man. I believe she knew that he died of AIDS. Also, um Keith Haring, she knew so many people coming up in the New York club scene who had seen a lot of them pass away. And here's the thing, Donald Trump is a narcissist. He's someone who doesn't care. Like, we literally saw him in the White House. A man literally fainted in the Oval Office, and he just kind of looked over like, okay, y'all, this man is messing up my vibe. Get him out of the room. The man, we already see Donald Trump's brain is literally deteriorating before our very eyes in real time. So you expect this man to actually have sympathy and empathy for someone who has AIDS? He doesn't even care about feeding the American people. Hence why he tried to take a lot of privileges away, cut people's food stamps, and they eradicated cancer research for kids and all kinds of other stuff. Like, all of this other stuff that's been going on. This administration and the man at the top could care less about his own supporters. What makes you think he cares about people with AIDS? So let me see if there was a that is that was that the last one? I don't know. That might have been, I don't know. For some reason, like this, that's why I said this thing is just doing a lot of freezing of stuff. Okay, they said the list of people that I have known and loved and lost to AIDS is pretty long. I'm sure many of you out there can relate. Let me say it one more time. There still isn't a cure for AIDS and people still die from it. I refuse to acknowledge that these people have died in vain, and I will continue to honor World AIDS Day, and I hope you will honor it with me. So, yeah, never forget. Hashtag. That's where I'll be going with it. And I will say this to be specific. People don't necessarily die from AIDS, they die from complications from AIDS. So it could be like inflammation of the liver or other things that's going on with your body where a lot of your organs kind of just give out because you're putting all these medications and everything that's in your body to fight off these diseases. And shout out to a couple of my friends out there and people who I know that I lost my uncle to AIDS, and that was because he was a drug addict and he was sharing needles, and that's how he pretty much got it. Then there's other people in my family that I know that I'm very close to that have gotten it. One person got it from a blood transfusion. And then we have from Brookdale Hospital. I'm surprised they didn't even go off and sue their ass for what they did. Brookdale Hospital, the very hospital I was born in eons ago. And because I wasn't saying the actual age. But anyway, so and then what was the other thing? Oh yeah, and then my friend, shout out to him, DJ Baker, who posted on his social media today that I didn't realize he had it for, he said, 30 years. Shout out to you. So, shout out to all those people out here who are still fighting the good fight, who are still living with HIV and still living with AIDS and fighting the good fight and taking care of themselves and watching, it's basically taking care of yourself, taking medication. Undetectable means untransmittable. Remember that, people. So, and those of you out there, this is another chance for y'all to go out and actually get tested. So, shout out to people like Donta, who is out here still speaking and fighting the good fight. And who gives a damn what Trump has to say in regards of um we don't need to acknowledge HMI. If it was up to him, we just all be a bunch of we be kowtowing to these racist white nationalists wanna